Hey everyone, how's it going? So I realized on that video that I showed you about getting the broken bolt out of that cast iron cylinder head, I never actually showed you how to weld onto the stud. I don't have a cast iron head here. I do have an aluminum head here from a 5.3. It's got two broken bolts in it. So I'm going to show you on this. They might come out if I just used vice grips, but I want to show you the process that I used to get that broken bolt out of that cast iron head. Now with the cast iron head, when you MIG weld onto the end of it, the MIG weld, like even if you were like flush or even below flush, the weld shouldn't really stick to the cast iron. It will a little bit, but usually you could break it free. The only problem is you got to be careful, not that you got to be careful, but you want to make sure that you don't like over weld and now you have that weld glob that you need to like get out of the hole, because that could be a real pain in the neck. So you may want to take a drill and like spread it out a little bit right in the very beginning just to make your life easier. But anyway, so here I have a 5.3 head. Okay, and it's got a broken stud there, a broken stud there, and you can see they're not clean. What you need is a pair of vice grips. I prefer this style, because if you look, the very tip of it has those knurls in the end, and that helps you grab the bolt, because usually I will grab the bolt like this, usually. You need some kind of a grinding attachment, like this should work fine, because I already have it hooked up. And then you're going to need a MIG welder. This welder, could you use a stick welder? Possibly. I've never done it with a stick welder, but this welder, this little best arc, so 110, 220, and I use it as 110 because I don't have 220 in my garage. That thing is phenomenal. It almost makes me look like a professional welder. And I am not a professional welder, but it does pretty darn good, I will say that. Let's see. This cheapo stand that I have, I was able to do that just to mount up this this bench grinder that I have. I got to put a switch in it because that thing's all kind of gahooey there. But yeah, so that's that. Anyway, so this thing I think was $149.95, and then you still got to buy a regulator like I did there. Buy a good one. I bought a good regulator for it. I got it from Harbor Freight. And then you have to buy a tank for argon, and you got to buy a mask. So I got a mask too. So let me set you up. I'm going to get my camera far away, and I'm going to show you how to do this. And I also have a GoPro style camera on me, or action camera, whatever you want to call it. So hopefully I can get some decent footage. I've never used this camera I have mounted to my chest. Never tried one before, so we'll see. It may not work at all for me, you know, because I'm kind of a klutz. I'm not computer literate. So let me zoom in, and let me lower this a little bit. Okay, so that should be good for this. Let me pause you while I get myself set up. Okay, so now what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to grab my little grinder here, plug it in, and basically all I did was grind the tip down, the tip of the bolt. I could have done the other one too, but I just didn't. Ground it down just to get a good surface there to weld on, that's all. Maybe I should back out just a hair. Yeah, I think that's good. So now let me plug in this welder and turn it on. I have made 2 or 3 videos using this thing, and like I said, I love this welder. I think it's fantastic. It's very portable because it's very light. Turn it on, takes a few minutes to fire itself up. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hook my clamps up. Obviously, if you don't have a good spot to hook your clamps up to, then what you're going to want to do is grind something somewhere so you have bare metal so you can hook to. Always have a fire extinguisher handy when you're doing stuff like this inside a garage. You never know. Okay, mask down. Okay, that's usually how I do, okay? So now I'm going to grab it with my vice grips. The heat will soak through the stud, bolt, whatever it is. It'll help soak through it and help break it free. And there it comes out. If I had less of a stud sticking out, I could just grab the little bit of weld on the end, and I've done that a zillion times, and just go like that. Get it out. Like I said, not incredibly difficult, but you need a welder to do it. So there you see. There's the weld. Okay, so now let's move ourselves to the other side. Now what I should do is I'm just going to plug in my grinder to the wall socket. I had it hooked to the extension before. All right, so now same thing with this stud. I'm going to move these over here. Same thing. Okay, so now let's weld it. Mask down. And yes, I did buy myself a set of welding gloves because you guys were talking about that, how I should have it. And if I was doing a little more welding, I would use them. Now the reason I'm stopping in between is because I want it to cool down. If I kept hitting it with the welder, it would just kind of like melt down, and I don't want to do that. I want to build up the weld. Okay, so that should be good. So now I'm just going to grab this by that little bit of weld on the end there. This one's a little more tricky. This one's a little more seized, so that's good though. I'd rather have it a little more seized and show you. Now all I'm doing is grabbing the weld. And there it goes. And like I said, the heat from the weld helps break it free too. So this is the exact same thing that I did with that cast iron head. Now, even if I had a bolt broken below the surface, even on aluminum, you'd want to grind it out a little bit on the edge. Let me just move you over here. So here is that bolt. See that? And I had grabbed it just by the stud, or the weld, I should say. Now, if that was below the surface, what I'd want to do is I'd want to like remount a little bit around here, because a lot of times when you're trying to weld, like the weld will overhang the bolts. You'll get like a little bit of a splatter to the outside. And then if you're trying to get that out, once you have a little nipple sticking out, grab with the vice grips, that piece that's like that piece of weld that's stuck to the bolt, maybe trying to like gouge into the aluminum to come out, and it can make it quite difficult. But I find this way to be the easiest way to do things. So, and right there, you saw it wasn't really that difficult. But there again, you need a MIG welder or a TIG welder. You could probably do it with a stick welder. I don't have a stick welder. But yeah, so I'm going to put a link in the description for this Best-Arc welder. I think it's fantastic. It's more of a portable welder than anything else, and I think it welds fantastic. But the only thing that I don't like about it is this. And it's not that I don't like it. I wish it had a bigger spool capability, but I understand why it doesn't. So it only has that little, whatever that is, a 1 pound spool, and always use a decent welding wire. So, but it only has that little spool, you know? Could I probably rig up something to the outside to mount the larger 10-pound spool, or however many pounds the large spool is? I don't even know. Do I have a large spool? No, I don't. Thought I did. I have one somewhere, I just don't know where it is. But yeah, because obviously that runs out much faster than a larger spool. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to show you that because I did not clarify that in the other video, and I understand that, and I apologize. So I'm going to be having a drawing for the transmission service, but I'm probably not going to do that till tomorrow. I got some stuff going on right now. I just had about half hour of free time to do this. I still got to go through all the emails and just make sure. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. But yeah, we are going to have that drawing, and I do have some pretty cool stuff I want to give away, and I'll give the winner the choice. And I'm going to save some of the other stuff for other giveaways. Stuff that I've actually purchased myself. So anyway, that's about it. All right, guys. I hope you got something out of that. If you did, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, have a great day, and keep wrenching.